Mom said it's my turn to use the Xbox.
Oh my goodness. What an article written here by the Alivast Oracle. You guys went out of your way this time. This is what a hell of an article. Heroes of the Day, men who broke the hellbent smugglers. This is of course the one shot we never got a chance to see, but oh, this art. Who drew this art?
That would be
August Christopher.
August Christopher.
Oh
once
my
again.
God! Look at that.
The big shiny man. He's got a.
What'd you say?
He's
dummy thick.
Sorry, he's got a chastity belt on.
Yeah, of course. No one. Yeah, he's withholding his raw sexual energy from us.
He's such a dick.
Stash 0007 with the 500 bits. No messages bits. Thank you, Stash. Appreciate the support and thank you for the 500 bits. The article is all the players answering in character. Oh my God! Okay, real fast. We're gonna look at this art made by August Christopher real fast. How you did the dots, the little dashes around him. God, how do you do this? How do you do this? Good sir, young man. How do you do this? Young sir, young master. Now I just sound like the Apollos from Power Stone. Remember the anime Power Stone?
No.
Oh, it came out. It was a 26-episode anime. One of the episodes is just pirates versus ninjas.
Oh.
Yeah, the pirates attack a ninja clan at an island. Show is fucking buck wild, dude. But anyways, back to the amazing art, because I'm just finding excuses to keep it up longer and longer. I don't know really what to say. This is...
There's so many different styles of shading. There's cross-hatching, there's stippling.
Have a good night, Pete.
A couple others I don't know the names of. This is really wild. How you can see everything.
Yeah, it's the backgrounds that are really doing it for me right now. Like the character designs are fantastic, but the backgrounds, little little etchings, I guess. This is insanity. I wish we could get them all to read off in character, read off their answers. All right, I'm gonna get some more water because it's gonna be doozy. 1 second. What's up?
All right, I was just gonna say we're gonna have to take a tactical guess.
We're gonna take a tactical guess. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go blow my nose real faster because that spice is really fucking me up.
Weakling. I'm here. I'm here. Here. And I hope you all are having a wonderful night. Somebody tell Taka. Wow. It came from my depths.
Nobody tell Taka what?
Oh, nothing. Lasame 101, the robot, thank you for the several bits.
Hold on. No. What's going on? Thank you, listen to me. Well, what is going on? All right, someone narc. Someone narc. The person who narc will be granted an MNW title. I am not corrupting it.
Oh, I was just sent a list of the mercenaries and their usernames from Chahale and the Frog, the Wikimom.
Thank you so much,
The mercenaries are at Alexamana XPB as Angus McCabe, the Minotaur Barbarian Path the Zealot.
Okay, is that O? Is that there's O, we, C. Do we have a code for which one's which?
Hang on. I'm just going to assume their initials. I'm assuming AN is
Angus.
Yes, AN is Angus. O is might be White Eyes.
There's no O in that name though. So
yeah, but it looks like an eye. Oh no, the O is the Oracle.
okay, I'm figuring.
WE is White Eyes.
WE.
C is Cedric.
Okay, and that's it.
AR is Argus.
Okay, so what are the classes here, real fast?
Okay, so as I said before, Alexmana XPB on Twitter was Angus McCabe, the Minotaur Barbarian Path.
Okay, Angus McCabe has a deep voice then. Okay, Angus McCabe has a deep voice.
Liam wants to AC on Twitter was White Eyes, the Kobold Sun Soul Monk.
Okay. Okay. White Eyes is a monk. Got it.
Balutine on Twitter.
Can we just get their classes real fast here? We can give credits at the end. Sorry.
Okay. Argus Makairo, the human warlock packed to the chain.
Okay, so dude. All right. And Cedric?
And Cedric Anderson, the human fighter arcane archer.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. Do you want to play the Oracle, and I'll just come up with voices for the four of them based on the loose descriptions we have for them?
Sure.
Okay. Let's take it. Do you have a link to this?
Yeah.
It's because this might be the only. I mean, this and the Lady of Rose might be the only two we're going to read tonight because this is a doozy. There is some amazing stuff in this, though. Again, we're almost coming on 9 o'clock, and I got a hard cut 9. I can't go any later than that.
Okay.
Any leftover stuff I'd like to do at a different stream at a different time. It's just, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, take it away, Connor.
By now, everyone has heard about the adventuring party that broke up the gang called the Hellbent Smugglers in the Lower District. If you've been living under a rock for the past week, the summary is that these smugglers were involved in not just smuggling stolen goods and unapproved magical items, but also rare creatures, and worst of all, human body parts for use in forbidden rituals. We sat down with the heroes who rooted out this foul group and brought them to justice. Angus McCabe, White Eyes, Argus Makairo, and Cedric Anderson were kind enough to provide a few answers for us in an exclusive interview. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Angus McCabe, mercenary by trade, employed mostly by the Iron Tramplers. Zealous follower of Vetreon, though my feats are not quite that of legend. I hope to one day prove my strength to the world by defeating many strong individuals in arm wrestling matches.
Blessings of the light on you this day. Oh, introductions. My slave name was once Grimeclaw Dokra Viknara Nichinakara, given to me by the cruel masters in the mines of Ruba, in which I grew up.
Hey, it's Argus Makairo. Before the most recent streak of bad luck, I was an officer in the Alivast Guard. I now spend most of my time being blind, unemployed on account of my disability, and covered in spiders. Anyway, speaking of jobs, that mercenary job, I may not be at liberty to disclose all of what happened, but I'll do my best. Cedric Anderson, private investigator. I worked from a building on the east side over by the docks.
Where do you all hail from, and what brought you to Alivast?
I hail from Alivast, though I set out and adventured for a short time. The stability of a city mercenary life is hard to beat, especially when working with good friends and comrades such as White Eyes.
After I was saved by the Lightbringer Azra Zahar, I have found new meaning and purpose in the light of the sun. I have devoted my life to both spiritual and physical enlightenment in the hopes that the powers of light and truth granted to me by the great light gestures up at the sun will help me snuff out the evil and cruelty of this world so that others will not know my plight. I have traveled to these fair lands following the great chain-breaker in a quest for righteousness and hope to do good in this city. I have adopted the name White Eyes as my worship of the great light has left my eyes bleached due to its holy light. I originally trained as a paladin of Avon and Dracadia, but that didn't work out. I've been in Alivast for a few years now, and I really need a job. Y'all got any jobs?
I come from Alivast, and living in Alivast has brought me here. The real question is, why haven't I left? I don't have the money to leave.
How did you meet your adventuring group?
I met my friend White Eyes when I saw him fighting some bandits in the lower district and joined in the fight to help. The other two were met shortly before this job, though I like them, they are weaker of arm. That just means I don't have to arm wrestle them.
Yes, I had known the disciple, Angus, for some time now. I was having trouble dealing with the problem in the lower district when the light granted me an ally that day in Angus. He is truly blessed of the day. The others are new friends who I met on the job. I believe they were sent to investigate the issue specifically.
I used to work with Argus when he was in the Guard, and the Guard hired me as sort of a independent contractor for investigations. Oh my god, am I getting them wrong? No, I am not. Yeah, Cedric. Investigations, wish they still did that. The other two I met just for the job, but I've heard a bit about them.
I'll take any kind of work. Between my vision and the spiders, not many opportunities seem to open up. Cedric brought me on this one, and I'm grateful for that.
Where did you locate the smuggler's den?
We were given a couple of notions and chose to ask an anonymous informant.
No, we knew who he was. We were given a tip by...
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I'm getting that confused. Sorry. An anonymous informant.
No, we knew who he was. We were given a tip by...
A source, an anonymous source.
Right. After that, we solved the door puzzle, even though the door was wrong.
The source alerted us to the presence of a secret door beneath the Sweet Dragon that could have unlocked with a riddle and a passphrase. Upon further investigation, the location seemed to be an old dwarven ruin in which the alleged smugglers were squatting.
What tactics did you employ to capture the smuggler?
While my comrades preferred to use stealth and subterfuge, I believe that the more forceful approach would be the reasonable for these criminals. Especially that big one. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about the dick thing? The dick thing?
Yeah, the dick thing.
Did you hear about the dick thing? I can tell you all about the dick cutting.
Cuffing? Jesus, is that
Cuffing.
cutting?
Think all about the dick cuffing if it is suitable for print, of course.
No, it isn't.
I scouted the room, and then Angus would rush in, and the others would stay back and attack from range. As for capturing, we were given supplies by a guard to hold them still. We made our way through the den, apprehending them mostly without a hitch. A few of them even locked themselves in cages for us before we arrived.
Simple breach and secure tactics mostly. Some proved a little more slippery, and it took some of my match to keep them down, and a lot of rope.
The smugglers have been charged with some crimes that imply there was a child present. Though their identity has not been publicly released without violating their privacy, can you tell us their situation?
There was a young one who was being forced into a life of crime, though through our efforts the young one was liberated and will be able to contribute to society.
The small dark child did not speak our tongue, but was quite smart. It appears she had been manipulated by the fiendish evil leader of the group to make scrolls. It is that abuse that I will not stand for wherever I go.
The child was under contract by the leader to transcribe scrolls in return for bringing the loved one back to life. Whether or not the deal was going to be held is unknown, but the number of scrolls was incredibly high, so it's unlikely.
What was the greatest challenge you faced on this job?
Okay, so this big boss of his smugglers had this demon dog pet thing, right? And it had this long, spiky tongue, and it fought valiantly. It really did. Grapple with it as I gazed into its ferocious maw and tore out its long, spiky tongue. I beat it to death with it, and then I beat its owner with it too. Oh, but to answer your question, solving the door's riddle was the hardest part. Riddles are the weapons of the mind.
Yes. The job got harder when we figured out that their boss was some sort of 10-foot-tall fiend, but after a brief altercation, we eventually cuffed and apprehended him as well. Cuffing such a large suspect was difficult, but we managed it with a bit of ingenuity. The fiendish leader was indeed a worthy combatant. It took all of us working together to defeat it and its pet. However, it eventually saw the light and surrendered. We managed to manacle its right arm to its reproductive organ. Probably paying for the reduced potions to get in. It was my greatest challenge. But the girl who sold them to us was very sweet. But for the actual operation, probably dealing with the fact that the leader could teleport, or the flash explosives. Yeah, definitely the flash explosives. Didn't bother me anyway. You were already blind.
Do you plan to work with the others again? Do you have a name for your group?
Of course, with my strength, White Eye's dexterity, Cedric's intelligence, and Argus's blindness, we make a great team. We have not come up with a name yet, but I'm sure Cedric will think of something. I continue to work with Angus, doing as much good for those in the lower district as we can. The others do the light work. I would be honored to work with them again. My co-workers and I made a reasonably good team, and I wouldn't be against working with them again in the future. Though the fact that there was an Angus Macabre and an August Macario working in the same group caused some confusion. Might need to find myself a nickname. I'd gladly work with them again if they got a paying job for me. This was our first job together, so I didn't think we'd need a name.
On to a more serious question. Didn't you find it strange that the hideout of smugglers was beneath your employer's property the whole time?
Yeah, with property values being how they are, I assume they simply purchased an inexpensive lot of land and ignored the burial ground resting below. Like my Uncle Chuck always said, it's only a bad idea if it costs too much.
It is the last place I would have ever considered to look. I think they were clever to hide where they did. However, I am not smart as many would say, so I could be wrong.
Strange, I suppose so. Could be pure coincidence, but nothing is ever pure coincidence.
So do you think they were lazy, incompetent, or had an ulterior motive for not dealing with the smuggler?
No, hold on. They were important and busy people. Great adventurers often do not have the time for smaller quests. I don't assume malice from them. Maybe ignorance. Probably ignorance, yeah.
Yes, I would doubt it was malice. I have been following the career of a fellow Red Scale. He seems to do good work and is allies with the Daughter of the Sun. I would trust them with my life.
I don't know them personally, so I can't speak to them being lazy or incompetent. Ignorant? Maybe. The server knew, and it seems like the server didn't tell them about it, so they probably didn't know. Probably? Why? Would you like to hire me to look into it?
Regardless, your questions about my employers don't exactly want to speak poorly of my employers on the record. I need all the jobs I can get.
Very well. The good words of heroes such as yourselves are reassuring, since your employers had a checkered past. Any further statements to our readers?
Yes, actually, recently there have been words thrown around about by many people. Some have even gone so far as to accost the temple. I would ask that the good people of the city refrain from these actions. Those that would threaten this city may say they follow the light of Orin, but they are wrong. The great light's warmth purges evil and saves the world. Do not blame the good people here for others' actions. Blessing of the light on you this day.
Yes, if you need anything investigated, anything at all, head over to Cedric Anderson PI over on the east side of the docks. Just look for the sign with my name on it and the eye pierced by an arrow. We got an Instagram too. Check that out.
I will
arm wrestle anyone. I first want to arm wrestle Borky, but then I will arm wrestle anyone else. No charge.
Please, someone hire me. I haven't eaten since yesterday. What an article! Holy crap! Damn!
Oh my!
Oh my! Letters. Want to do the letters to the Lady of Liversia, Connor?
Sure.
Okay. Can you do all of it?
Sure.
Thank you. My voice is so shot now from everything today.
Dear lady, over the course of a month in 2 separate encounters, I met 2 guys who I really got along with. I mean, either of them I could imagine ending up with. They're both really pretty. One sparkles in the sunlight, and the other is a tough, hairy bad boy with a wild side. Both of them are from Tricadia, and both of them invited me to come see them since they traveled back there. I'm considering a trip there, and neither of them knows about the other. But in order to decide who I want to be with, I feel like I need to spend more time with both of them. I wouldn't be traveling to see one guy, but 2. So I think that makes a bit of difference. The sparkly one invited me to visit his castle, and the very hairy guy said he had a forest cabin. Any advice? Kind, Belle of the Ball. Dear Belle, I love you. Traveling so far, even for 2 chances at love is a risk. And Tricadia is not like Alivast. There are nicer parts and rougher parts, and it's a really big place. If your friends aren't in the same city, or at least the same region, seeing both of them in one trip might be really difficult, unless you're spending a long time in the country. From what I've heard, Tricadia is very welcoming to tourists, especially young people traveling alone. Even though it may be safe, I suggest exercising a little caution. Find out who knows either of these gentlemen and get their impressions. Perhaps spend some time corresponding with them via letter or even sending stone. Don't get over-eager and jump into something that could cause trouble.
Okay.
Dear Lady of Liverosia,
I can do this. I can do this one for you, man.
Okay.
Dear Lady of Liverosia, I've been in a slump lately. I recently ended a relationship of several years, and while we parted ways pretty amicably, it still feels weird to be single again. I'm feeling pretty lonely, and I miss having someone to go out with, or just another body in the house. I am thinking of getting a dog, so I'm not alone, but I am torn between wanting to go out and find someone new and value this time as a single individual. How long should I wait before I start looking for someone else? I'm kind of worried that it may not be good to simply move on to someone else right away. I'm also trying to reestablish some friendships because one of my points of tension with my ex-boyfriend was that he didn't like my friends. Signed, anxious X. This hits real close to home. This fuck. Go for it.
Dear Anxious, I love you. You loaded a lot into your letter, and they are all good questions. It sounds like you're processing a lot of things right now, so let's take things slow. Spend time with your friends and reconnect. If they are good friends, they can help support you in this time of loneliness and provide some comfort. Getting a dog is also a good option, though I encourage you to consider your lifestyle outside of companionship and determine what kind of dog or other pet may suit you best. Lastly, there is no minimum or maximum time to wait between romantic relationships. Some people can move to a new one almost immediately, but that is often unhealthy. I recommend taking a few months at least and rediscover yourself outside of the context of a relationship.
You do the last one, dude?
Okay. Thank you.
Dear lady, I've been spending more and more time with a human woman who has been coming around to the daycare and bringing me cookies, and occasionally a meal when she picks up her son. We started spending time together on weekends, usually a visit to the park or a festival with her son in tow, and it's been very nice to get to know her. I also have introduced her to some of my favorite places to eat. We have a lot in common, surprisingly. At least as much as a human and a minotaur can have. I'm finding myself growing more comfortable around her, and I'm a little nervous as to how things may develop. Signed, Bashful Bull.
Dear Bashful, I love you. It sounds like you have found a good friend. Don't feel like you have to move any faster than you want to, and enjoy the time you spend together without the presence of a relationship deeper than the 2 people enjoying each other's company. If you do feel like you would like to move into a closer relationship, then discuss things with her. Don't just assume that because she came on strong once, that there is an open offer of intimacy. Also, if you do get to the point where you want to become physically intimate, the Romantian does provide some pamphlets that deal with this sort of thing. And while I'm not sure they have Minotaur-specific ones, there will be some general info that would apply. Reduce potions, kids. Or enlarge.
That's awesome. That's really good. From Fools to the Attic, a mustache makes you ready for any day. Strong mustache wax. Need a real page turner? Head to Novel Idea. Romantic Guide to Watermelons. Oh my sweet God in heaven.
Whoa!
The belly check, thumping it. A sweet scent, getting handsy, lifting. Don't trust your eyes. Cedric Anderson, private investigator, located on the Lower East Side of Alivast by the docks, looking for the sign with a
Madame
pierced eye.
Short Stack.
Madame.
I feel like this. I feel like.
Do you think this was written for you, Connor?
I feel like this article has a laser pointed at my forehead.
Avant-Garde remembers the fallen brother, the legendary Luigi. Today, the Avant-Garde worldwide will hold a moment of silence for a fallen brother. While many might not know him, in the Avant clergy, he is well known amongst his brothers. The legend of how he and his brothers fought waves of feral turtles in order to save Princess Momo, and how he single-handedly exorcised the Madame Clairvoyant estate, taking on many forms of spooks and specters alike. His performance in the annual Avant cart race for charity. He was a man all avant-gardes have looked up to, and many, they inspire to imitate. He is survived by his brother, the Red Gun Mario, wife Daisy, and their son Yoshi. May he stand beside Zalivavos in service of Avon. Metal Gear Solid. Thank you so much. This is Connor, you can read this Romantic Guide to Watermelons. You can read that on your own time.
Probably.
Odd news from overseas. As are parents comfortable with child not being best at everything? Oh no, we got the Onion articles cut it in here now.
Beans.
Worst pies in Tricadia? It's true. But this was amazing. Again, a big thank you to some of this art. Like, look at this. Made by Argus Christopher. And the writing by Hazel Rumplebottom. Of course, the Lady of Livrosia. All this amazing art. This is great. Creditor August Christopher, Rylberg, Empress Mystery, Cake Boss 419, Karya Ryan 1, Poi Suit 47, Froggy's Mom, Jim the Rabid Cow, Alex Mena XPB, Liam Wants to AC, Balutine, and Miser7. Thank you so much, everybody. The love of melons is strong in this chat. This is fantastic. Thank you all so much.